Okay, everybody. The Justice League is in the building. We live now, y'all. Justice League is in the building. I'm sorry for the wait, but we're here in the building. We got everybody from Justice League, from me, the Cast Me Out, Really BTV, L Teddy 27, giving you the real tea, and Eddie Reviews.
And
And
yes,
I'm about to bring in our
Yeah, yes, bitch
he's
couldn't be
at
here.
work.
huh?
Yeah, that bitch is at work.
Oh,
So
I forgot. Yes, bitch couldn't do it today. He's at work right now, so that's why he could not be a part of it. However, I'm about to bring in the guest of the night, which is KL Allen, EP of G Status. Welcome to the panel.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi.
Hello.
hey,
Alrighty. So as you guys, if you watch Billy B TV, you guys know that she made a video earlier today about the situation that happened last night between her and KL, and we're here for a resolve and to discuss all things that happened last night. Um, Whoever want to start first, you can.
Do you want me to go ahead? Oh, well, you go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, Kale.
No, so well,
Go ahead.
first I want to say I wasn't trying to disrespect your platform. It was more so me being caught up in the moment and just kind of being frustrated because basically with the production, we're working really hard. So we hear all of the critiques, we hear all of the things that need to be changed, and we're well aware of that, and we're always trying to improve the process. So I think the frustration, because I heard it, you know, come from you. I just was in the heat of the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now for if you felt that I disrespect you. I didn't mean to disrespect you. It's just that sometimes I'm like, okay, we're trying to do this, we're trying to do that, but we're still getting kicked. That's how I feel sometimes about like the critiquing. I'm not saying we're above being critiqued. That's not what I'm saying. You can absolutely critique it, but what I'm saying is, I know for a fact that John wanted to release this episode on July 19th. It came up after the episode as a notification, and it also was on our community page. I think there was a little confusion because it said, get us to 50,000 and we'll release the episode early. That's where that came from. So when he released it on Monday, it wasn't that he was holding it for views. It was more so the fact that he was just releasing it early. So he wanted to release a show bi-weekly, but we're always trying to strive to release it on a weekly, basis, because some of the viewers do not like, okay, waiting. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a process. So it's frustrating when you are trying to improve and trying to do things, but you're constantly getting called out for things that you're not trying. We're not trying to be malicious. We're not trying to, manipulate people into watching us and holding episodes. That's not what we're trying to do. That's
Well, let
all.
me let me say this, KL. I before I even saw that post that you all posted on your YouTube page, I have it on good authority from members of the show. I heard it out of the mouths of members of the show. Now I didn't say members plural of the show. This is before that post was even up, that it was stated that the episode was not going to be released on Sunday unless there were 50,000 people, not 50,000 people, 50,000 views of the show. Unless, and if there were not, then they would release that. You all would probably release it the next day or something like that, as well as many of us on the Justice League in our conversations with members of said show, there's members of the show as well as we were led to believe that this would be something that will be released on a weekly basis. And this is not just coming from us, but this is coming from people who are actually on the show who were also of the understanding that we will be getting episodes every week. So this is not something that we're just pulling out of the sky. And I don't think that we're the only ones, across the fruited plain that were of the notions that this would happen. So it just feels like when you came and attacked one of us like that it became a sore spot, and we all of us felt personally attacked because we all discussed this and we all felt that way. So I just want you to speak to that, because it's not just us here on the panel that feel that way, but there are members of the cast as well as subscribers of your platform that were of the same understanding. So a lot of clarity is needed with regard to that. And I'll sit back and let you, speak to that.
Okay. So in regards to that, that's funny because I asked Ja today, I was like, who would tell them that, we were releasing on Sunday versus the 19th, when it's clear as day, is under the episode and it's also on the community tab page. We have a group text. So in the group text, it's stated, we do the green screens at my place. So even in their green screens, they have drops that they do, and they have the specific dates that they're given. Maybe they were confused. I don't know, but I know what Ja told them. I know what my group text is.
I'm sorry, I gotta put, and I don't mean to cut you off. I gotta push back on that because it seems misleading that so many people would be of the same line of thinking, and you're the only one right now. I haven't heard Ja. I haven't heard anybody else that's on the series saying what you're saying right now. So it really seems like you're the only one that is up. Now, you could be right. You could be very right. And that could have been something that y'all could have discussed. But right now, you're the one that's being left off on the island looking as if that's not what the understanding was. And so the rest of your subscribers and all of us are looking like, wait, what are we? And that's just how it comes off. I'm just saying. I'm
only going off what me and Ja discussed. I'm just going off of what me and Ja discussed. Like I said, I have the group text. I have the community post from 5 days ago that specifically states that the episode will be released on July 19th. Then it said if we get to 50,000 views, we will release it early. That's what that community tab post says. If you go and you reference that post, that's exactly what it says. Now, what the cast says, I don't know, but I told Ja, I asked Ja today, I said, why would they be saying that? We have a group text message. Now, there's no reason for me to lie about it. I'm not that type of person. If you ever known, I don't get under a lot of y'all posts and say things unless I really, truly in my heart believe like this is what we were putting out. You don't have these problems for me because most of the time I'm quiet unless I feel passionate about something, and then I'll speak up and I'll say it. So there would be no reason for me to come in and just go off like that. There would be no reason other than the fact that this is what I felt. Now, Ja's not available tonight, but we did talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Ja just doesn't like the controversy. So if there's anything that goes on, I'm probably going to be the one to say something just because I want to clear my name. My name is on this as well. So if I'm speaking up, I'm going off of the information that me and Ja talked about. We talk about it when the cast was here. Like I said, they were doing drops at the end of episodes to tell the exact dates that the shows were coming out. So I'm not sure where the miscommunication came from. Maybe they just felt the need to say, hey, if you get us to 50,000 views, we'll release it. But I know specifically it was July 19th.
Okay.
But
I got to wait. One question. You said that there's a community post that has the date July 19th on it, and you said it was from 5 days ago. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah. So I'm on the community page right now.
Mm-hmm.
I do see an edited post that says July the 19th. I also have the screenshot because I'm the one that brought it to their attention to begin with this past Sunday, because we were all like, where's the episode? What's happening? Normally we'll see the thing where you can set your reminder so you don't forget.
Right,
and then we saw the community post that said that the episode was coming out on July 13th if they didn't get 40,000 views, which means that it should have been coming out on the 12th, which was Sunday. But if y'all got to 40,000 views, it would drop today. If not, then it would drop on Monday. That was literally what it said. So it's not, and we don't have to guess. I had I still have the screenshot in my phone. And it says, hey, G-Hive, let's get to 40,000 before episode 3 comes out. If not, episode 3 will premiere tomorrow, July 13th. So
Go ahead, sorry.
No problem. I just don't want it to be pushed back on us like, oh, we're making things up, or oh, the cast decided that they want to do X, Y, and Z. No, sir. This was on the community page.
Well,
it's not like we made it up. And the only reason I screenshotted it, thank goodness, in the first place is because the comments, I was like, y'all need to go and look at these comments because the audience was offended. Because
Everybody felt the same way. So
everybody was pissed off.
It was whatever the miscommunication was. For right now, since you're here, if you have the authority to represent the brand, can you clear it up for everybody? We have people in the chat. People are gonna watch the video, and for us, can you clear up what is the schedule? Is it because here's the other problem, and then I have something I want to say. The other problem is as reviewers and as viewers, that's not fair to us that we don't know when the show is going to come out. So if it's going to be every week, it needs to be every week. If it's going to be every other week, then it needs to be every other week. Now, if y'all want to do like a behind the scenes, say, hey, if we get to 40,000 views, we're going to drop a special episode, or we're going to drop a blooper reel. Then that's fine. But it's hard to schedule. I mean, just watching the show, much less schedule reviewing a show because that's how this whole conversation started on Sunday morning in our group chat was, G-Status is coming out today. And so that's how the whole conversation even started. So can you is it every week or is it every other week?
From my understanding from John, because he edits, he wanted to go ahead and do bi-weekly because those are the dates that he said. Last year we had a bi-weekly schedule, but because everybody was, like, we need to be on a weekly schedule. He's trying to push for that. The problem lies is that there's a lot of technical aspect with the footage, certain things happening, YouTube. It's just a lot. Like sometimes, it could be a few days before the episode's supposed to come out, and it's on YouTube. We're loading on YouTube, and it's just nothing's happening. So there's a lot of technicalities behind the scenes that cause like the episodes to either be late or the time where YouTube snatched it down. So he wanted to just do bi-weekly so that we can be safe, so that there's no issues. But then,
one of my critiques. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My understanding, he was somewhere this weekend, and someone said, "Hey, are you coming to this party? We're going to be doing a viewing party for G-Status." So when he heard that, he was like, "You know what? Maybe I need to try to start dropping it a little early." So that's where he maybe went into the post and changed it so that he could get it to be either Sunday or Monday. That's from my understanding.
Let me say two things. First of all, just as one critique that I know all of us reviewers are saying is that this show, and everybody has agreed from the cast members to even production, has been taping for over a year now. And so what that means is if there wasn't enough time to edit and get things done in that much time, that I don't know how much time it is. I feel like it should be coming out once. And the bulk of the people watching feel like you should be at the point where you can get episodes out once a year because you've had more than enough time. But that's a whole different ballgame. But I think
that's the production aspect, though. Like it sounds easier than it's said. It really does.
No. All of us are familiar with editing and all of that stuff, but we're getting to the point. The real reason that we're here today is the fact that, and I'm gonna just say me, I wanted to come on here today as a member of the Justice League because I felt like there was some disrespect that was given from you as a member of production and as a wearer of the brand of that show to a fellow reviewer that should not have happened. And it came off as very unprofessional, and it came off as something that should never happen. All of us review shows way bigger than G-Status and some even lower than G-Status, and at no point do we as reviewers feel that we're going to be attacked by a member. We don't even know who production is on most shows, much less feel that we're going to be subjected to being attacked by a member of production. And that's just what it seems like what happened.
Ask yourself this though. The same way that you say you feel attacked, Ask yourself this when certain things are being said about us, or we're lying, or we're doing this. We feel attacked as well. We're human. We have a right to speak up as well. Like, I know y'all say this whole professional that can go out the window, because right about now in the world that we live in right now, people are on social media, celebrities, producers, they speak on their platforms. They say things, they respond to fans, they respond to comments. Producers are on Twitter. So that argument for me is just invalid. I'm just gonna keep it real on that aspect. But in no way, shape, or form have
but you know what, though? But you know what? And I can only speak for me. When I do reviews, I don't just go in on the cast. It's been several times where I went in on production too. And it's not to be mean. It's just so that you will know how a lot of the viewers feel about certain things in certain episodes. You know what I'm saying? Right, so I get what you're saying.
I feel the respect level. I feel the respect level is to, okay, you say you talk to, I believe you talked to Jai on Instagram. Y'all have that open door policy before anything is ever posted on y'all platform that will go in on production. Reach out to us. That's all I'm saying. For me, I'm a cool person. Like, I swear I am. I'm a cool person, and I'll listen and I'll try to understand, because we really are trying to improve the process. Like, it's not this big glamorous team or this big network behind us that allows us to just be able to edit. We have jobs too. We have to literally, go to our jobs, film the show, then do all these different things. It's hard. Like, and then we're investing our money into it, and it's not cheap at all. Like, it's not. So that's all I want to say is just take into consideration that we're trying to give the best possible product. If we can't, there's always room for improvement. But if I'm constantly getting on reviews and we're constantly getting bashed, me personally, it turns me off to the review, and then I just stop watching the review, because I'm like, shit, we're literally trying to improve our process, but we keep getting bashed. Maybe let's have a huddle. Maybe y'all talk to us off camera, and let's see what's, let's hear those ideas. We feel like we should get that respect. If you don't want us snapping back at y'all, it's the same way.
Completely understandable. And I think that's why the Justice League in general is so taken aback, because we are that group. Like, we are not trying to bash y'all at all. So if we're saying something, it's because we want to see an improvement. And we have no problem going backstage, having a 2-hour conversation that is not live, to just bounce ideas. We do that with multiple shows. That's why when that interview,
and a lot of times when we do that, it's honestly just for shits and giggles. Listen, if I do go in on production, I don't want none of y'all to take it personal. And I don't know you, you don't know me. It's just my job as a reviewer. It's shits, gags, giggles. I understand how you feel. I do reviews. People go in on me all the time, believe it or not, but I don't jump up under their comments and say this and say that. It don't bother me. I let them have it.
And that's where I was about to say what I'm about to say now, because at the end of the day, we support the brand, we like the brand, we review the brand. If we didn't like or support the brand, we wouldn't do it. However, when it comes down to it, if running the show, there's gonna be, constructive criticism, whether it's about the cast members, because the same way we say shit about the cast members, we just might say something about the production of, if we don't like something. That shouldn't be an issue, because at the end of the day, by us being reviewers, we also, just like you may feel attacked when we say shit, trust me, when we review shows, not just this, but shows like Love and Hip Hop and everything else, and the fans attack us for having our own opinion, we understand.
We get it.
But I think the problem that we had with this situation is that it's just the way you can't even really be. It's like when you said, "This is not your show," blah blah blah, and I'm like, nigga, we know it ain't our show.
And I think Scotty, it was because of the way he took it. I think you took it as us bashing as opposed to us giving constructive criticism. We are not trying to bash this show in any way. We don't know y'all.
Right. Like, the other thing is, if you really, and just like you said earlier, if you really wanted to have that conversation with Really B, all of us in our description boxes of our reviews, and even a lot of us posted on our reviews, we have our emails, we have our Instagram, and you could have reached out and said, you know what, really, you could have reached out backstage and sent her a DM and said, you know what, really, B, that was kind of fucked up how you came at us. Let's talk about this and see how. And had that happened that way, we would not even be here.
Yeah.
But when you go underneath the comments, and now it's like, okay, there's this open display of, well, let's just go ahead and let you have it, really be. That's kind of disrespectful. And the rest of us reviewers who are close to Really B, who we are all a tight-knit family as reviewers. We love each other, we watch each other, and we support each other. We're not here for that. And our subscribers who also subscribe to these shows, who also are a part of making some of these shows what they are going to feel the same way. And that's important. I feel that, you know, that needed to be said because it just came off really, really bad. And I know we're not letting Really be said.
I think it was just the way he took it. And I think of it as a bridge. Like we're production, but we're also consumers. Like, so we represent the best of both worlds because we have an inside view. We know how production works, and that's probably why we be so frustrated because we know y'all can do better, and we feel like we can say something because we're also a consumer. So it's like we're the voice of the people, but we have access to y'all that the consumers don't have.
The other part is, Captain Meow, what you all have to understand, even as production, is we have to play both sides. We have to understand what you all are dealing with as cast and production. We also have to deal with what the viewer, as a viewer, and what their side of it is too, and have a comfortable, you know, intermingling of the two, and being able to recap, review, and say, okay, yeah, this is the part from the production side, but here's also the part from the viewer side, because they have a story to tell too, and we as reviewers want to be able to tell their story as well.
I think we should go. Okay, so Really B been itching to talk, so let her get her shit out. Go ahead, Really B.
Dear God.
No, because now I'm pissed about something totally different. I'm not even pissed about the child. Anyway, whew, okay. No, what I want to say is this. I understand everything you're saying. And we know y'all work hard. And honestly, the critique or criticism, however you choose to view it, it comes from us wanting you guys to continue to do better. And that doesn't mean you aren't doing good. And I think that's where people sometimes get it, because you were like, we work hard. I know y'all do. We know. Like if you go back to the reviews from the either the live review we did or the reviews from the first episode, we praised production. We talked about how well and how much better it was, and the opening sequence. And yes, we criticized some of the things about it, but there was a whole lot of praise. And my thing is, I'm going to say what I see, whether it's from the production side, whether it's from, I review a lot of shows. And like I said in my last comment to you earlier today, I give production for The Real Housewives a hard time. I give production for Love and Hip Hop a hard time. I give productions for Black Ink Crew a hard time. I have stopped watching shows because the production was just fucking ridiculous. And so if I'm saying to you, look, A, B, and C, it's because I want to continue to watch the product, but I also want the product to get better. So it's never because if it was that, I just wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't review it, and I would keep on moving, and I wouldn't say nothing. So it's never that situation for me. Again, and El Teddy already hit on it. It's a situation where I didn't call nobody by name. I said production. I don't know who's working the camera. I don't know who's doing the editing. I don't know who's doing the mixing. You know what I'm saying? Right. If we all understood the same thing, then yes, somewhere the communication was lost. Right. Also, the other critique I had, I meant what I said. I meant it, and I'll probably say it again because that's how I feel. But it was the approach. I'm here. I listen. We can talk. We can have a conversation. And I understand it's your baby. And I understand that you were like, I was in a minute. I was having a moment. I get it. I absolutely get it. But what you, again, going back to the professional side of it, you can't allow that to overshadow and potentially taint a relationship.
True.
That's where, because for me, because understand, when I was getting those comments on the video last night, I was interviewing a member of your show on our platform to try to promote the show. So in the midst of all of that, I'm still over here trying to promote the show. And you understand what I'm saying? I'm picking up my phone going, what?
Right.
Yeah, it's like it's,
Well,
I'm trying
get it.
You can have your moment. I get people have moments, and like you said, it's your baby. Maybe next time, not publicly. Like you said, like hop in the DMs and be like, "Bitch, what the fuck?" Like, getting the comments and make it so public. It was like that wasn't even anybody's business.
Right. Well, now having a better understanding and just speaking with y'all, like I said, I apologize. I really didn't mean to offend. I don't know if y'all just been online, like seeing like certain things that's been going on with people outside of the show. Like I've been getting a lot of DMs from people and threats and stuff like that. So I do be on high alert, about this show in general.
Oh, okay.
I know y'all follow the drama that goes on Instagram, but it's just a lot of outside things.
I didn't know nobody was being threatened. Jesus,
it's so much.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, it was a threat last night to John. I was on high alert. So anybody,
no, I definitely didn't know.
But like I said, I apologize to you seriously. Talking to you and getting the clarity and understanding I was in the wrong for attacking you and jumping in the comments like that. I truly apologize. Seriously, like I'm not even that type of person. It's just that I just tuned in and I was just like, oh my God. But I get it. I understand
you coming on because you didn't have to. I appreciate you coming on. And the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna let everybody say what they got to say, and then we and then let everybody go. We also understand as reviewers, we're putting on the show as well. We are entertaining our subscribers,
right?
And each one of us, we have our own persona with what it is that we do. You roast and you gag, you do this, you do that. There are certain things that Cat's Meow, Scotty, El Teddy, and Terrence can say because they're in the community versus myself and Abby, because we, certain things we can say as women that they can't say as men. It's, we all have our own persona, and we're entertaining our subscribers as well. So yeah, we're going to throw a little roast and gag. Yeah, we're going to be a little funny. We're going to, because that's part of why. If we just stood here and were monotone and was like, so then Sherrod walked in the door and Hakeem said, like, nobody would look at our views. So it's also a production we're putting on. So take that into consideration too. Like Cat's Meow said, we don't know none of y'all. None of y'all. It's all this fun. And if it's live, just hit us up on the back end and be like, yo, that was a lot. You know what I mean? But that's the other side too.
Well, I'm zipped for now. Y'all can say, now I got a clarity. Y'all can say whatever. It's y'all, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Y'all can say whatever. Keep roasting. I know Teddy be roasting folks like hard.
I don't know.
No. Scotty, please. Don't even give him the chance. Not tonight.
Don't even give me the chance to what?
No. To lie. We're not here to lie.
Ask the people in the chat. Okay.
So don't even, KL, so don't even give him the opportunity to.
Don't even give him a chance.
I don't be going in on nobody.
You never been so thin.
Don't stop the dialogue. KL, don't stop the dialogue. We appreciate that. We welcome that. So if we're saying something and we wrong and we need to be checked, hop in the comments and say it just like
it wasn't that. Like I never really get in unless I'm like, in the comments sometimes, but I'm not. I was on high alert last night.
But we're open to it as long as it's respectful. We're open to an open dialogue.
Yeah, I definitely didn't realize anybody's life was being threatened. It ain't never that serious.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
yeah, at all. Don't condone that.
Well, if you follow some of the Instagram drama, it's a lot. And we always
let me know, KL. Let's clarify this. KL, let's clarify this. And I might have commentary depending on your answer.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Are you telling us, and this is so there's no the word of the day, misunderstanding, that we should expect episodes every 2 weeks as opposed to every week?
Listen, I'm
wait, I need a clear and concise yes.
Let him answer.
I'm gonna hit you in the DM because I gotta get with Jock because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
If you hit me in the DM, that first message better be a wonderful picked.
No. We're not going there either. No.
You better believe it, Teddy. Listen.
We can talk.
Listen.
Listen.
Hell ain't got no avatar. I ain't expecting him to come up here and be this chocolatey and be this fine. Scrape pieces and whatever. So I get it. I get it.
Did I go left? Oh, my bad.
I go left because I ain't even want to say nothing because I ain't want to come too out of pocket. You know what I mean?
Because you want to
you gonna delete all my comments. Hold on, let me go delete all my comments from under your thing because that's
dear God. Because
I didn't get this together for Teddy and Paris to be whores. I did not get this together for y'all to be whores.
That was not in the plan.
Exactly.
Well,
thank you.
No, but
I appreciate you coming on. I do
appreciate y'all. Seriously,
we to come back if y'all want to discuss some other things, some other projects. I know you do your other show, Fashionaires.
Yeah.
Fashionaires, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna go back to watching because we was ready
I'll be honest. I spoke to my frat brother who's on your show, and he asked me to consider not reviewing the show again. I told him it was very dependent on how this interview went today because I really wanted to see how you was gonna come up here and the antics that were going to happen on this show because I just really wanted to see. I'm just being brutally. I was like, I'm not here for it. And a conversation was had, so we're in deliberation, huh?
No, somebody was talking to me off camera. No, they were saying your frat brother. Is that the person from season 1?
Yes.
Oh, it's all new cast. It's a whole new cast. Season 2 of Fashionaires. You said
no. I'm talking about on G-Stat. I don't know what Fashionaires is. I don't.
Oh, who's your frat brother?
Sherrod.
Oh, Sherrod. Gotcha.
Sherrod.
Okay.
Yeah, Sherrod Kappa. Why? I don't know. But because I did mention that. I said, who's the Kappa? Because I didn't think it was Sherrod. But then when he mentioned it, I said, oh, well, and it ain't no shade, Sherrod. I know you in the chat. I love you down. I'm just saying.
You got a problem with Kappa? We can have this conversation.
Well, let me say something because I'm always being popped off. So let me say something right quick. Let me say something. First of all, look at Jamar. First of all, I just want to say he called us some shady cunts. First of all, I just want to say, because when I asked for your email address, I didn't know if you were going to send it to me or not. But I do appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everybody willing to come on and all of that stuff because I feel like we really needed to have a resolve because I'm not going to lie, I was at a crossroads with this whole situation. I didn't know what I was going to do moving forward. I didn't know if I was going to keep reviewing the show or not review it because I didn't want to come across like I was being disloyal to her.
Right.
And not do what... so that's why I brought everybody together because I felt like
I told y'all that.
Mute her because we gonna help you.
She told us we didn't have to stop.
We said it's out there, goddammit.
Mute her.
And at the end of the day, I think I can speak for everybody. We do love the show and we do enjoy reviewing the show. And to be honest, I didn't want to stop reviewing it. That was just a bad situation for a second. Right. So I'm glad that we kind of got it together and we still on board and all that other shit.
Right.
So the only thing I can say is if there is an issue, because who's to say that it won't be another issue where you may not agree with what we're saying or something needs to be cleared up. By all means, be sure to DM one of us. Be sure to email one of us. It's not an issue. We're
the wonderful dick pic.
Girl, okay.
I'm in the process.
I asked you to mute his ass. I asked you to mute him 30 minutes ago.
I'm in the
Bro,
process.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah, don't do me.
deleting all my comments under your post. I'm in the process of deleting my
Okay,
comments.
thank
Now
you.
I understand it. Like I
Oh,
get
you
it.
don't have anything under me. I don't even think
Wait,
you watch
I'm
my
open.
reviews.
Like I'm open.
Yeah.
And
You don't even watch my reviews, so I don't even know.
so we can go ahead and shut it down. But before
Yeah, can we go backstage?
Wait,
Can we go backstage?
hold on. Before we go off the live, KL, thank you so much for coming on. I have
Thank
something
you.
to say, and I don't want you to have to be on screen when I say it because I don't want you to be caught up in nothing that I'm going to say in a minute. It don't have nothing to do with you. I appreciate you coming on the show. I got to address the situation. So I don't want you to feel like I'm dismissing you, but I don't want, if anybody take a screenshot, I don't want them to be like, damn, KL was there, why she did that? Because I got something I got to say.
But this is how it's done.
Y'all have a good night. Thank you for allowing me.
This is how it's done. This is how adults reach a resolve. You sit and you talk about it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Thank you all. Like I said, I support all of you. Thank you for reviewing the show. It's no love lost. Keep doing what you're doing. Say whatever you want to say. I'm cool now. I'm good. I promise.
Yeah, no, it won't. Smith, don't worry about that, babe. We're gonna keep being with each other. That's the purpose of the conversation.
All right, y'all have a good night.
You too.
Thank you so much,
You
KL.
too, boo.
All right.
All
That's
right.
chocolate.
Hey.
All right, so let me say this and then I'm getting ready.
You say first before you leave.
I want this to stay live. Don't shut it down. Okay. Can
Okay.
I get a second? Can I get a second? King Kane, you ugly, fucked up ass
You
bitch.
stinking ass pussy bitch.
And fucking come on here with that fuck shit. You better look like I have a mother that would have fucked your ass. Don't you ever come in here disrespecting my people.
Don't on screen. No, bitch. That bitch deserves to be drugged. No, Scotty.
Fuck your
Really be. Hold on. Scotty. And I'm gonna say this to you, Scotty. You gotta stand up for the people who subscribe to your channel and people who are in this chat that are loyal to the Justice League and that follow us, because that raggedy ass, geisha mouth ass bitch came on here trying to come for our subscribers and our viewers, and that shit was disrespectful.
Scotty, we stand in the same place with Kane. But
I don't care about him coming for me. But he came for people in the chat. You ugly, fucked up ass bitch.
That bitch can't come for me because I already skull drug that ass bottomless abyss whole ass bitch.
At least have to like her Instagram.
No. As YouTubers and as people who have subscribers, what we can't allow is some raggedy ass, skankdacious ass whore to come in and come for our motherfucking subscribers and viewers. No, bitch. Bitch, you are a raggedy ass, disease-filled ass whore. Fashion sense. How the fuck dare you? How the fuck dare you? Now I know you moved to Atlanta because you know the headquarters for the Centers of Disease Control is there, so that you could be closer. But don't come for our motherfucking subscribers and shit. I don't give a fuck because you can't come at me because bitch, you know I will skull drag your stinking ass. But don't be coming for our subscribers like that. Don't come for people in the chats like that, you weak ass, puss ass bitch. Get your fucking life in order. Get a real job. Bitch, get a 401k, okay? Bitch,
Get a 401k.
Did you get a W-2 form this past year for 2019? Dear God, let me get off screen. I'm sorry. I'm done. Oh, dear God.
So,
Well,
that pissed me
Okay. So,
I'm going to say this, okay? Since I was called out, I'm going to say this. I just felt like what we were doing was way more important than what he was saying in here, to be honest. So I really didn't want to give that no life, to be honest.
I get what
So it wasn't the fact that I was trying to allow. It wasn't that I was trying to allow him to disrespect anybody. I just felt like the issue at hand was way more important. And yes, I I do have a rapport with Kane or whatever, and yes, he was dead ass wrong for coming in here disrespecting you guys and disrespecting the chat. True enough,
I
but
think that's why, because I'm with you. Like I'm kind of in the middle, like we're not cool, but I don't hate him, But by the same token, Teddy was right. We got to stand up for our friend. He was wrong.
And you know what? I'm gonna piggyback off of that. I will piggyback off of that. I do like Kane. Me and Kane are cool. I do. But you know what? I get it because it was the same thing I went through last night with Prophet Made 99 on my channel. And Scotty brought it up. You understand? And so I said, you know what? Listen, I understand y'all love me. I get it, but these are my people. Please don't respect them because when I'm on their channel, they don't allow people to disrespect me. So I'm gonna ask y'all not to do the same. So I get where Scotty is coming from. I do. I just went through that, so I get it.
Well, I mean, that's it. Like I said, I don't even care about him talking about me. I don't give a fuck. But he came for Believe, who supports all of us. He came for other people in the chat who supports all of us. So that's when I'm done with it. That's the only reason why I even addressed it. If he was just talking about me, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's not gonna come for me because I'll skull drag that whore. But what I'm saying, and that's Scotty, I don't want to put you in an uncompromising situation. I don't want it to seem like, you know what I'm saying. But definitely, it's not about us. But definitely, he should not be in here. And I don't even think he came at us on screen. But the way that he was coming at people in the chat.
Well, we talked about us too. He called me and Abby fat. He called you funny looking. He's talking
I don't pay him no mind.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't care. Like, you're not the first person to call me fat. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about you calling me fat.
But the way that you coming at members of the chat that didn't even come at you, and this wasn't even about. It was kind of like making, and then he was promoting his channel, and that's YouTube etiquette. You don't go in someone else's chat promoting your own stuff in somebody else's chat. That's just disrespectful. And that's what was happening. It was just very disrespectful. And I don't want that for you, Scotty, because this, was a live we did on your chat, on your channel, was much needed concerning you,
Because I'm sure past all of that, the negative energy that he was bringing, looking at him on television gives me the impression that he's not a bad guy. So, but all of this energy that you give him, no. It was uncalled for. It was unnecessary.
So let me ask y'all this. Now
Before we even jump to this next topic, I don't speak ill of the dead, so that's why I haven't had any conversation for that young man. I gave him 15 good minutes, and then in my mind, he died. We had a lovely funeral for him. He wore a white suit with safety pins in it.
That funeral was
also because I didn't get a chance to listen. Okay, I just want to say in regards to us getting back on track with the producer from G Status. One, I didn't particularly care for how he first apologized. If I made you feel away, bitch, you made her feel away. That's not an apology. Two,
I agree.
Please don't try and gaslight us when we have receipts. Three, if you are too sensitive that you cannot take critique, then maybe you need to do something else. Because we're not going to change who we are. We critique every show, including production for every show that we review.
That's just
this is not news. This is not new. This is not going to stop.
How many people have bad things to say about what you do or what y'all do at your job? And what you do, you keep on working and you pay it dust. You pay it dust.
That is what I do.
And you pay it dust. You don't go and go back and forth with people that come in there. You keep it moving and you pay it dust because you do your job and you do it with a certain level of excellency. Mm-hmm. Now, is there certain ways that maybe you can improve it? Maybe if somebody says something and maybe you say, well, maybe I can do that better, then you do that. But what you don't do is get in your feelings and go back and forward with somebody who maybe has something to say. If it's bad, you pay it dust. If it's a good, really, quality critique, then you take it and you say, you know what, let me make those improvements. And that's where I think the there was a situation I was
El
having.
Teddy, my mama always told me it's critique is like fish. You pick out the meat and you leave the bones. It's very
But
simple.
you know what though? I feel like this. This is the way that y'all should take it. Obviously, what we say and what we think matters. It matters. No matter what anybody got to say about us or what we do or how we feel, obviously it matters. So, you know, at the end of the day, I would just pay it dust. If that's how they feel, whatever. Thank you for letting me know that what I think of you matters. Thank you. Because what you think of me don't pay me no goddamn never mind. So that's the way I look at it.
Because we are not going to alter our reviews. Scotty gonna still drag people. Terrence gonna still drag people. Cats Me Out is still gonna be funny as shit. Abby's still gonna say, listen, 4, 5, or 20 times. Really B is still gonna be classy yet critical, and I'm still gonna be the nice guy at the end of the day.
Oh God.
Scotty!
Well, listen. Now that he apologized,
why would you allow him to perpetrate that lie?
Now that he apologized, are we still gonna review the show or not? Because I did mention that.
You're muted.
I think we should. I think had we gotten the first apology, but he said multiple times, I'm sorry. I apologize because I know y'all know. I think the word of the day, we've been using it all day, was misunderstanding. I think he didn't know what type of people we were. He probably thought we were bitches and catty motherfuckers that was just gonna come up here and just try to embarrass him when that's not what we are about at all.
No, we've been doing this for a long time. We've been on the show. No, we're not shooting him that bail because we've been on the show since the very first episode. So no, we're not shooting him that bail. He was in his feelings and he thought he could just shoot off something and wasn't nobody gonna say nothing back to him. Wasn't nobody gonna call him on the bullshit. Now that fucking community post was edited. So clearly something was changed from when it was first posted.
You had no disputes when you said you had the receipt and you.
So don't try and gaslight. Don't try and gaslight us like we didn't. Okay, it's not a misunderstanding. You were telling untruths, beloved. That's what that was.
No. I'm not speaking that part. There was no misunderstanding with production. He thought we were catty ass bitches tonight and thought he was going to fight us. When we were like, no, that's not. No, we want you to own up to your shit. And we want to get an understanding. You offended our friend, and we want an understanding. We're not here to fight you. We're not here to rip you apart.
I don't agree with that. We're not here to fight you. You see my hair in the ponytail, so.
Child, you know I was worried.
No, I didn't come to fight, but I'm prepared to.
She got her hair in a ponytail.
I am prepared to fight, but I didn't come to do that.
Yes, really, B. We is not in class, baby.
ADHD,
come on back, boo. What you saying?
I gotta go because I gotta go watch Greenleaf.
You ain't got shit to do. You got a goddamn thing to do.
Thank you, Scotty, for y'all know we're still live, right?
I gotta go to bed.
Okay. So thank you, Scotty, for
making this happen.
Thank you for making it happen. I appreciate it. Again, my issue was, with the whole Kane thing. I ain't even mad at you. I'm just saying. Again, it's about me protecting, defending my people. It ain't about me. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. And everybody, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for having my back. Let me be clear. I don't have an answer to that question right now. But what I will say is, whoever decides to continue to review the show, I'm fine with it. I'm not. If I decide not to, and y'all decide to continue doing it, we're good. Like, I'm not mad. I don't have an issue. None of that. I just don't have it. I don't make decisions in haste. So I haven't made a decision yet. Because I was clear about what I said to my people earlier today, and I don't have a decision about what I will or won't do. I just don't. I don't right now. But I'll let y'all know as soon as I figure it out. And I appreciate y'all. And I'm about to go watch Greenleaf.
Before you go,
you the only one that need to go watch Greenleaf.
Yeah, because I already saw it. But you're gonna gag. Trust me.
Let's
gonna gag.
We're not gonna say what it is. due to what happened with this whole situation, we actually do have another show that we're gonna bring to y'all as a collective. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, we do have a new show we're gonna bring to y'all.
We are bringing a new show as a collective, so be on the lookout for that.
Oh yeah, and as y'all can see, Niecy's back, child. Niecy's back.
Because we never got an answer on whether or not they were going to be posting every week. We never got an answer on that.
You said he was gonna be in your DM.
Never got an answer on
Your
that.
DM, so you should be looking for a message. Well, maybe you scared him off.
Well,
I need a picture first, because
And we never got an answer on whether or not we would they would be posting.
That's enough. That's enough.
well,
I don't want to finish it.
just say this.
What the hell?
Let me say
Niecy
this.
trying to get you fucked up. Yes, God, Niecy. Listen, that would be me. I would fill your glass up to the brim. Do you hear me?
AKA,
I ain't mad.
That's that Cumberland Gold. I can tell.
And give me a wine. Give me a wine drunk
All
review.
AKAs I know are
Give
drunk.
me a wine drunk review.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
say
give me
this.
a wine drunk review.
All AKAs I know are drunk. So that makes
Well,
sense. That
listen.
makes sense.
All of the AKAs I know are weak.
But they are drunk.
Now hold on now.
So
Don't do
that's why I don't want for my deltas.
Now,
She might be a drunk. She might be a drunk, but she's not weak.
Before
See?
we go,
See? I knew that was gonna get you. I knew that was gonna get you. Just like I knew that Kappa shit was gonna get Teddy. I
Don't
knew
fuck
it.
with my kid.
That's
Don't-
exactly why I did it.
he said weak.
Cause she might be a
Weak.
drunk.
okay.
I'm not drunk.
You know, I
Let me say
honestly
this,
think
please.
Autumn is a goddamn AKA with the shit that she got going on down to P
Okay,
Valley.
yeah.
That's neither here nor there.
Anyway,
She
let's
either AKA or she SG Rose. She one of the two.
Good night,
Okay.
y'all.
what you want to say, Scotty?
I'm joking. I'm playing. I'm joking. I love my
The
AKAs.
SG Rose gonna get your ass, bitch.
I love
The
my
SG
Everybody, mute them. Let's mute them.
The SG
Because I
Rose.
can't.
That ass.
I never get to say.
I'm joking. I love all my divine nine. I swear, I'm joking.
Okay, he love y'all. Now let me say what I gotta say. Okay. Before we go, I do want to apologize. My apologies to the chat and to the people up here. If you felt like I allowed any disrespect, because that wasn't my intention. I really don't want nobody to feel like I'm that type of person or anything like that. I just felt like at the time I wanted all of my energy to be into what we came here to do versus somebody coming in trying to get a moment or something like that. Because if this was any other time, I probably would have said something. But honestly, that wasn't on my mind. But I understand what Really B said, and I understand what Teddy said. And again, I can't be a hypocrite about it because I mean, just last night I said something to Terrence about it. So if I want somebody to have my back when a motherfucker's being trying to find a moment, then I need to do the same thing regardless of what I'm trying to do. So
And for
my
future reference,
apologies
you don't have
to
to say nothing.
everybody.
Just block his ass. You don't even have to. You ain't even have to say a word. Just block him. You ain't have to say nothing.
See, I don't know how to block people on I don't know how to block people on StreamYard, so I just
Right. That's why I asked you if you
let
had a
my
moderator.
do it.
Did you have a mod in the chat? That's why I asked if you had a moderator.
One
Yeah,
girl,
he had
I thought
a
she
mod.
was a moderator.
Or
I thought Diamond Onyx was a mod, but I made it in the meantime, though. I did.
Or you can go to your
So
phone,
I
like
think she got it.
act as if you're looking at your own live, and then you'll be your own moderator. I think you can do it that way.
Because my moderator, listen, you got to get some moderator because my moderators don't have it. They have quick trigger.
Yeah,
fingers.
mine.
Yes, this is moderator.
Abby,
Oh, girl.
block you. Abby will get you in the
That's
middle.
real.
I'm a moderator for Yes Bitch, and I'm a gatekeeper like a motherfucker.
Listen,
You say one
I'm
wrong.
a
Me
moderator.
too.
Really be. Really be don't even be knowing I be in the bushes. And I be cutting bitches from the bushes. And she don't even know I be in the bushes.
Like a sniper, bitch. Just, you gone.
Sniping bitches like,
You
y'all,
gone.
what?
Bitch, don't play. No.
Fuck off. Okay? Fuck off. If
You know
want
what, Belief? I'm done. Bye. I'm done. Belief, bye. I'm done.
But I just wanted to, but I just wanted to say that, to be honest, because I ain't gonna lie, like when y'all was telling me what y'all how y'all felt about it, I did kind of feel bad. So, you know,
It's
I
okay.
just had to make it.
Mwah. It's okay.
Because we get what you were trying to do. You were trying to just hone in your energy and kind of pay him dust. That's
Right,
why I
and
was like, don't talk to him. Don't.
None of us even addressed him while he was pulling his antics. We were all focused on the task.
Mhm.
None of us even addressed it. We saw it. I don't want nobody to think we see it,
We
but
saw it.
nobody even addressed it. We all were focused.
Did you turn the air off?
Scotty, we were all focused on
He drunk.
the task at the hand.
You just
He
drunk.
turn the air
Your
off.
ass is just a big drunk.
It must
Okay,
be
you
mine.
just drunk. That's what that is.
Turn the air off.
Look, don't feel bad. I'm hot too, sis. I'm about to cut my arrow too. Shit.
A mess, a damn mess.
All right, bye, y'all.
But
Well,
yeah, it's time to go, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, are we done?
no, not yet.
No. Okay.
No, not yet.
We're not backstage yet.
Did you
and I
hit the
don't know
button?
what you did.